Hey, take a look at this. Yeah, no wonder it was so healthy. Yeah, it's been neglected in a little corner. I knew it was there, I just didn't get around to it. This is a sweet olive, osmanthus fragrance. One of my favorites for landscape use. It's kind of difficult for bonsai because the coarseness of the texture, but I still like it. The fragrance a couple times a year is just irresistible for me. Anyway, now that it's been dug out, I should first tend to the root so that it will stay on the turntable. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look what we have. Actually, you can't see a whole lot, can you? But anyway, so I always like to show the before shot whenever possible. I think it looks like I was saying that it's a triple trunk, probably better as a small Niwaki or like a patio bonsai. So I'm going to head for that direction. When I'm looking at this, I see this one branch. There's one that goes up that way and goes this way here. And it kind of jams in there. So I'm thinking of just taking that off. It's probably hard to see, but once I take it off, you'll see what I'm talking about. See, now it's a little bit easier to see the structure of the tree here. So I've got this one here that goes up and goes this way here. And there's a nice branch for a side branch there. Or do I keep this? So these are all the decisions you have to make. And then this one too. It's not doing much except jamming this whole area here. So I'll look a little more carefully and then most likely cut some of these out. And let's go with the easier one. I'm going to cut this so that it could still stay a side branch, but I think the one up here is better, although now it's not in the same plane, so maybe I could keep both of them. Okay, now it's this guy here. This one doesn't seem to be doing anything. Down here we have this little branch. This one here. And this one comes off at the same plane. So this one's a keeper. This one I think I'm going to take it off. Now we got a nice clean line. This one is trying to be a new trunk. We don't need 4 trunks. So let's take a look at how we're progressing, huh? Okay, so evidently this one in front of us is our number 1 tree. So I'll go ahead and style this first. Up here, side branch that way, and then go up that way for apex. And now that we decided this is going to be more of a patio or Niwaki tree, we don't have to think in terms of making this shorter. Then we have this. This is our number 3 tree. Okay, on this one here, I guess I should tilt it up a little bit more. This one here, we could use this as an apex. But looking from the side, you can see one going this way and going this way. Well, if I go this way, it's opening it up, right? Versus this one, it gets more crowded. So I'm going to go with that. And then cut this as a side branch, and then that's our apex. So that's our number 2. we'll get to the third one. Okay, basic, right? Number one, always the tallest. Number two, next. Number three is lower. So now, any one of these could become apex. So we got to decide which one's going to be the apex. And you have to think in terms of not just the branch or the tree, but in relation to this whole unit here. Okay, I'm looking at this. This was cut out and then forked off, right? I think it's better to go that way in relation to the other two. So let's see if I take this off first. This could stay the side branch, and then probably something like that. And then I'm going to clean up down here. Okay, now I'm just going to more or less clean up down here. Leave enough. Keep this growing vigorously. But we don't need all this, right? Yeah, this one is a little bit on the busy side. Yeah, I think later, after I start mixing my soil, I'll probably put this in a next size can so that it'll grow more healthy and maybe feed it too. Yeah, this has been neglected, but I think this will look good in somebody's patio, right? It just not quite enough lower interest to make it into a traditional bonsai, but I think this will really make a nice niwaki or patio bonsai. It's a little sparse right now, but this sweet olive, they're hardy. I've taken some where I cut it way back and then it just comes right back. So, and then for like patio or landscape use, we don't want a strong front. We don't want anything that's strong on one side. We should be able to view from all sides, and I think that's going to be it. But I see this, it's not helping because we've got a branch here, so I'll cut that off. Okay, so this has been the sweet olive in the patio or niwaki. I think it's going to look pretty good once it starts to grow again. Like I was saying, these are very hardy and they should spring right back as it starts to warm up. And looks like I haven't been fertilizing this regularly, so I'll put some fertilizer and it'll be happy as okay, so we have a lot of project that's from a neglect, but you can see that neglect is okay because the basic movement was already in there. So it's not like we're working with raw material, but that's what usually happens around here. You got too many plants, so it gets neglected. Okay, so I'll say goodbye for now. See you again real soon in another chapter. So this has been the sweet olive. Got a lot of work ahead of me, but this should start to look good probably by middle of this spring. Hopefully we'll have time to see it again. Okay, see you again real soon in another chapter. Thank you for watching, and please tell your friends about this fabulous guy that's never mind, just tell your friends.